What's up, homies? It's your pal RTB here. Bike Path Fridays coming to you on a Wednesday. Just don't ride enough right now to get them out every Friday, or even every other Friday. So just whenever I'm out on a ride, I figure I'll go ahead and make a video. Anyway, last we left off, I was stuck in Cedar City. Car broke down. Most of you know by now that was its final resting point. Had to buy a new one. Got to buy a new one, lucky in that way. Anyway, pretty stoked on my new Jetta wagon, my third VW in a row. So I was gonna answer one more question from last go around. Tim asked me effectively when you got into, when did you get into Youth of Today, the Ray Capo influence. Had a weird route into the whole straight edge thing. Like no friends that were into it. It was not like a crew thing at all. It's like one or two friends at a time, and probably went to more shows alone than I did with friends. You know what I mean? Like, just wasn't really a big group thing for me. So I was getting into it. I went to this party in high school, and I never went to parties. Lived in a suburban area, typical like, oh, let's have this huge bash every weekend. It's just never my scene. But I went to one, and all these people kept making fun of me, calling me straight edge, and I knew what it was about, but it was like, oh, I'm not gonna label myself like that, right? Anyway, it kind of pissed me off. So I was like, well, I should at least see what I'm saying I'm not gonna be into. So I bought the Minor Threat discography, and that was my intro into all things hardcore. To give you an idea, like people who know, I think the next two kind of hardcore rooted albums I bought were like Earth Crisis and Quicksand. It's like, that was Quicksand, not Kickstand, for the record. A very broad, because I don't have anybody like showing me what's up or anything. It was like, oh, this is a straight edge-ish band. So I found those guys. So it's probably a year later, and that was like my senior year of high school before I got into it at all. It's probably like a year later that I got into Youth of Today. And definitely, I would say, more so than anybody else, they were the band that kind of like I went from like listening to some of that metalish stuff to like full Youth Crew style. Just loved that stuff. And from there it was like, well, Shelter, that's like when they got all cultish, and I didn't even want to go there. So I was very slow to pick up on things, because Shelter ended up being like, the joint for me, right? Anyway, that explains that, I suppose. Any other questions, holler at me. I like doing that part, talking about where we come from, whatever. Hope you're all well. Still not much snow around here, unfortunately, so try and get on my bike when I can. We need it though. Hope all's well on your end. Be blessed. Love yourselves, love each other. Peace out. All right, bye-bye. Oh, love you, bye.